Sorry, people, we are experiencing a little technical difficulties. We trying to work it out as we speak. Having a little intermittent internet issues. We're getting it worked out.
Rest doesn't hold you back. It powers your rise to the top. Because the real gains
Every great evolution in marketing has a spark, the moment when bold ideas and
All right. Call your next witness.
State calls Kylie Forbin.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
You raise your right hand. You swear that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God.
Yes.
Thank you.
May I proceed?
You may.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Could you please introduce yourself to this jury and spell your name first and last for the court reporter?
Yes. My name is Colleen Forbing, K-Y-L-E-N-E. Forbing is F-O-R-B-I-N-G.
And Ms. Forbing, excuse me, how are you currently employed?
I'm a stay-at-home mom.
All right. Probably one of the toughest jobs there is.
It is so much harder.
Back in 2020, how were you employed?
I was a crime scene analyst for the city of Dallas.
And back in 2020, or when did you begin your career as a crime scene analyst with the Dallas Police Department?
I can't remember exactly when I began as an analyst because I started as a crime scene technician,
Okay.
and I believe that was in 2016.
Okay. And this jury just heard from Ms. Lozano, crime scene manager Lozano, who kind of talked about the differences in crime scene analysts and crime scene technicians. And I know it's getting late in the day, so I'm not going to go over all of that. But in 2020, you were a crime scene analyst,
Yes.
and they've heard about the training and that goes into becoming an analyst. Did you have all of that training at the time in 2020 and credentialed at that time to be an analyst with the Dallas Police Department?
Yes, I did.
And if you know, how many scenes have you processed by 2020?
Yeah,
If you know.
I have no idea.
A lot.
A lot.
Okay.
Yes.
And have you testified in court before?
Yes.
Last time was probably with me also, right?
Probably. I believe it was, yes.
Yeah. Well, thank you for being back. As far as November 11th of 2020, did you process anything regarding a murder that took place on I-35?
I did. I photographed a vehicle that had defects in it.
Okay. Your Honor, may I approach?
You may.
And Ms. Forbing, I'm going to show this mark as 309 through 314. So 309 through 314. You and I met maybe last year. Does that sound right?
I think it was last year, yeah.
And went through a bunch of photos, but
Did.
narrowed it down to this.
Yeah.
And I know this is a small representative photo of what you did. But are these a fair and accurate depiction of the photos of that truck that day?
Yes.
And do you think it would aid this jury in understanding your testimony in seeing these exhibits?
Yes.
State Office of State's Exhibits 309 through 314.
There's no objection. There's no objection from the defense. State's Exhibits 309 through 314 and minute 12.
Now, Ms. Permission to publish, Your Honor.
You may.
Thank you. Now, Ms. Forbing, there were a number of people from the physical evidence section that came out that day. Is that fair?
Yes.
And the jury just went through about 300 exhibits with Ms. Lozano, so kind of want to hop into these. Did you talk to any witnesses or speak to any witnesses at the scene that day?
I believe I spoke to the complainant of this truck.
Okay. But as far as taking witness statements or anything like that?
No.
Witness statements?
No.
Okay. State's Exhibit 309, what do we have here?
That is a placard that we photograph, and I mean crime scene, photograph before we take pictures of any crime scene, so we know what case that those photos are attached to.
And it contains the date and time, the case number.
And me.
Okay.
Yes.
State's Exhibit 310, what do we have here?
The front of the vehicle. That
311?
That would be a defect with a scale.
And that scale is, I believe it's A, is that correct?
Yes.
How do you decide how to number each scale that you use to show defects? defects?
So for defects, I personally used letters, and I would just kind of start at the front as like this one, the front of the vehicle, and move my way back.
Okay. State's Exhibit 312. What are we looking at here?
That would be the driver's side front tire, basically, is what,
Okay. And 313, is that just a close-up view of it?
yes.
Did you collect any projectiles or fragments or FCCs associated with this wheel?
No.
And then State's Exhibit 314, what are we looking at here?
That is the rear driver's side tire,
Now,
or the side of the truck, sorry.
okay. And again, was this just to document and show the, your Honor, permission to move about freely?
Yes.
Thank you. Was this just to show or document the defects that you observed in this vehicle?
Yes.
Okay. Now, this jury has just heard about this scene that is depicted in State's Exhibit 57A, which was the diagram that Ms. Lozano did. Where was this Dodge Ram truck in relation to all of this?
North,
So outside of the diagram?
yes.
And was it on an exit ramp, or where was it at, if you remember?
I believe it was on the right shoulder, like this side
On the right-hand side of the
of
northbound
the, of
lanes?
the freeway. I believe that's where it was, yes.
Okay. Was that the only area?
Excuse me, Mr. Adams, I apologize. I do believe that the witness is reviewing some document, and I just want to make sure that we're aware of what that is.
It's my report.
メイプルストーリー
次の目的地はどこなんだ？
なんだか楽しいことが待っていそうです。そうだね。もうすぐ楓が色づきそうだね。メイプルストーリー早々のフリーレンコラボ決定。
Are you just using this to refresh your recollection?
Yes, because it's been 6 years.
Don't read from it, but if you need to
Okay.
refresh your recollection,
Yes.
by all means. But as far as this Dodge Ram truck, was that the only thing that you processed in relation to this scene
Yes.
and did not collect any evidence?
No, I did not.
Did you have any other involvement in this investigation?
I believe I helped locate evidence at the main scene, which was that,
Okay.
but we all kind of looked around to make sure everything was collected, so.
Meaning the main scene that's in diagram
Yep.
57A, I mean, the entire span of the highway that's documented there?
Yes.
Okay. I'll pass it with Michelle.
May I have just a moment, Your Honor? Yes.
No questions, Your Honor.
All right, may this witness be released?
No objection from the state.
No objection. Thank you, you're free to leave. State, call your next witness.
State will call Justin O'Donnell.
Do you swear that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
I do.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Can you please state your name for the record and spell both your first and last name for the court reporter?
My name is Justin O'Donnell, Justin, capital O, apostrophe, capital D, Onnell.
And Mr. O'Donnell, how are you currently employed?
I'm currently employed as a supervisor with the crime scene unit for the Dallas Police Department.
And how long have you been employed with the Dallas Police Department?
I've been employed with the Dallas Police Department 14 years.
And what positions have you held with the Dallas Police Department?
From the end of August 2012 up until January 2021, I was a crime scene analyst. In January 2021, I got promoted to be a crime scene supervisor, and I've held that position since then.
Okay. And this jury has now heard from Ms. Lozano and Ms. Forbing. So I won't spend too much time on the differences in analysts and managers and technicians. But have you worked crime scenes throughout that entire period that you've been employed with the Dallas Police Department?
Yes, I have.
And as a supervisor, what are kind of your duties and responsibilities as it relates directly to being a crime scene supervisor?
As a supervisor, we're there for support for the people that work under us. I have people that respond to property crimes and people that respond to persons crimes. We're there to support them. A lot of my duties are reviewing reports, making sure that we're in compliance, making sure that our staff is in compliance with our accreditation and compliance with department rules and section policies. I'm also able to respond to process scenes when needed. I respond again to process scenes when needed. That can be, I can do full primary and have control over the whole scene, which means I'm doing all the photo documentation, the evidence collection. Other times, I respond and I may be helping do diagrams or taking measurements or just collecting it or helping collect evidence in general.
And back in November 11th of 2020, were you on call that day?
I actually was called early. There was a need for somebody to come in, kind of help Day's shift to help answer some calls.
And so typically you were night shift?
At that time, I was working evenings, so I was working 2:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m.
And again, this jury has already heard from Ms. Lozano and Ms. Forbing.
That is correct.
And I believe maybe a tag for somebody who was in training. Is that fair?
Yes.
I want to move forward to other things that you were involved in, specifically that you were doing outside of that, since we've covered that. What else did you have as it related to this investigation? Or let me direct your attention first to the vehicle on the freeway, the gold Honda. Were you asked to process that separately from the scene?
Yes.
May I approach?
Yes, your name?
Supervisor, I'm showing it's been marked as State's Exhibit 315. Do you recognize State's Exhibit 315?
Yes, this appears to be a search warrant that was obtained for that vehicle.
And then State's Exhibit 316 through 356. Will you please take a look at those? You recognize all those?
Yes.
Are those just a smaller portion of all of the photos that you took of processing that car?
Yes.
Do you think it would help aid this jury in understanding your testimony by reviewing these photos?
Yes.
State Order 315 for record purposes only, and 316 through 356 for all purposes, which are the photos of the gold Honda that was processed.
No objection. All right, State's Exhibit 315 is admitted for record purposes. State's Exhibit 316 is admitted for, 316 through 356 are admitted for all purposes.
Permission to publish, Your Honor.
Yes, you may.
Now, Supervisor O'Donnell, what are we looking at here in State's Exhibit 316?
This is just an overall photo of the front of the car.
And I think from these photos, we can tell that it's no longer on the freeway. Where are these photos taken at?
These photos were taken at the City of Dallas Auto Pound, which is at 1955 Bill Big Road.
What is the purpose of processing a vehicle further at this location?
Again, this vehicle was on the highway. It was towed off the highway there. When it goes to the auto pound, it gives us a little bit more control. Again, when it's on the highway, there's just certain risks that are there. Once it gets there, the auto pound is a secure location and gives us ability to kind of fully process everything after we've processed it at the scene for what we need to.
Now, when you arrived at the scene, was the scene already secured as far as the traffic? I mean, there was extensive traffic on the highway. Was the scene secure, meaning the whole highway? Was it completely shut down once you arrived?
To the best of my recollection, yes. I remember that everything was, the northbound lanes were closed off. I don't remember traffic flowing.
Now, even if it is closed off, is it still a better practice to inventory and search a vehicle or something here at the auto pound?
Yes, again, it gives just us a more controlled environment.
State's Exhibit 317, what do we see here?
So this is the left side of the car, or the driver's side. Again, it's just an overall photograph, just depicting that the front left tire is flat, and then the stickers that were marking what were believed to be bullet holes in the door.
And I believe the jury's, I know the jury's already heard photos.
Save up to $1,000 on Serta starting at $699. Pay 0% interest for 36 months and save up to $1,000 on the luxurious Beauty Rest Black.
Can you say anything besides free?
You're killing me, Larry. Sit and Sleep will beat anyone's advertised price, or your mattress is free.
What do we have here?
Again, when we're photographing cars, we kind of are, again, we're just documenting what we see. Typically what I do, I like to open the door, take a photograph of the doors, showing what's on the interior side of the door. This is the driver's area, so you see the steering wheel, you see the driver's seat, as well as the door being open.
322.
And this is just a general or an overall photograph standing at the driver's side, just looking in.
323.
This is the left rear door. Again, I'm just showing what the interior side of the door panel looks like, and then you start to see what's in the back seat.
324.
Again, this is just an overall photograph depicting the items that are in the back seat.
325.
This is on the right side of the car, again showing the interior side of door, or the right rear door.
326.
Again, it's a view from the other side. We take pictures from all different angles to show, because sometimes what you can see on one side of the vehicle, you can't see on the other. So when we're going around, it's just to give a better perspective and from both sides of the car.
327.
This is the right front door, same thing, just an interior photograph of the interior door panel, and then you see some of the stuff in the right front seat and the right front floorboard.
328.
It's just an overall picture depicting the things or items that are on the seat, on the right front seat and the floorboard. You also see the center console, and then you can see the driver's side.
329.
It's like more of a mid-range photograph depicting what's on the floorboard.
330.
One of the things we always do, we usually open glove boxes and center consoles. This is the glove box. This is just to show what's in the glove box.
No weapons were found when you processed this.
There were no weapons that I found, correct.
331. What do we have here?
So this is the backpack that was in the previous photograph. This is just, we took it out of the car to open it. It's just an overall picture showing that it's the backpack.
332.
I believe that's a jewelry box that was inside the backpack.
333.
We opened the jewelry box. When we're opening containers, we take photographs to show what's in there. When we opened the jewelry box, this amount of jewelry was in there.
334.
We just kind of laid everything out to get a better picture. As you could see in the previous photo, everything was kind of on top of each other, so we kind of laid everything out just to give a representation of what was found.
335.
Again, this was money that was found, just getting an overall picture to show the amount of money.
And this was all from inside that backpack?
I believe so.
336.
And that was a Texas identification card with the name Melvin Noble on it.
337.
These were pants that were found, and so there was money in the pants. So in one of the pockets, kind of pulled the money out a little bit to show which pocket it was, and then kind of snap an overall photograph kind of to document. Helps us remember where the stuff was. Papers.
340.
That's just an up-close photograph. We're going after, documenting the money is the focus.
341.
This was more money that was found, that was laid out just to show how much money was found.
342.
Again, the interior side of the driver door.
343.
There was actually a dollar bill that appeared to have sustained some kind of damage to it, possibly by the gunfire. And this was just a close-up of what it looked like when we took it out of the compartment.
Okay. 345.
There was also this Kidzania passport thing that, again, appeared to be damaged by gunfire. It's just documenting the damage to it.
And 346 is just a close-up?
Yes.
347.
There was some $10 again in a pair of pants. This is the pocket that they were in.
348.
Just a general overall photograph of what was inside the trunk.
349.
So we had such a large sum of money. We went directly to the property room. When we got to the property room, what we have to do is it has to be counted. And one of the things that we do, we'll lay it all out and then snap just a general overall photograph to show how much money there actually is.
350, is this just another set of money, or set of bills?
Yes.
351.
Just another complete set of money.
352.
Just more of the same.
Cerritos, are you ready to play the game?
Oh my god.
We all have things we're afraid of. Welcome, patients, to phobia.
At phobia, you'll be exposed to some powerful stimuli.
Oh, what is this?
broken down into patrol beats of where the location is on there, the address, what kind of call we're working, and then it's got the complainant's name and then some other notes that I wrote.
Now, this is actually on November 11th, but under offense, what did you put?
It's marked as follow-up to a murder.
Now, in December 9th of 2020, were you asked by homicide Detective Barnes to assist in taking some photographs of an individual by the name of Kewan White?
Yes.
May I approach your arm?
You may.
I'm going to show it to the mark now as States Exhibit 357 through 377. Do you recognize those photos? And also, are those just a smaller portion of all of the photos that you took that day?
Yes, these are all photos I took.
And that was December 9th of 2020?
Correct.
And that was of Kewan White?
Yes.
State Law Office States Exhibits 357 through 377 for all purposes.
Our only objection to these are the relevance through this witness.
Thank you. What's the relevance?
We have to prove the identity of the individual who committed this murder.
I'm going to object to that characterization. As Mr. White sits here, he is not guilty and presumed innocent.
They have to prove it. And
Thank
so,
you. All right, defendant's objection is overruled. States Exhibits 357 to 377. Is that
yes,
right?
Your Honor.
Or admitted for all purposes.
Permission to publish?
You may.
Thank you. Now, where were these photos taken at?
Those were taken in the homicide unit at DPD headquarters, and they're located on the 5th floor at 1400 Botham Jean Boulevard.
When, just to go back a second, when you're asked to photograph anything, whether it be a car or an individual, are there certain procedures that you like to follow when you're photographing something?
Can you kind of clarify?
So like when you process a car, you photograph around the car and then to the interior, correct?
Correct.
Now, how does that apply when photographing an individual?
It's kind of the same principle. We do overalls and mid-range close-ups when needed. Typically when we're photographing individuals, we take the first photo is usually head to toe, then an up-close shot, photograph of the face, and then a lot of the times, we have them do quarter turns just to document everything, and it's just documentation. It's to document what they're wearing at the time. Other times, then sometimes depending on what we're dealing with and what a homicide detective may want, sometimes they ask us to take specific pictures of specific things. Sometimes they ask us to take specific pictures of jewelry that they may be wearing or tattoos, and that's kind of that's upon their request. Other times, if we're photographing people, we're there to document injuries if they have them as well.
Okay. So States Exhibit 357, what do we have here?
So again, that's the board shot, photograph. Again, it's where we are, what date, 12/9 of 2020. 1400 South Lamar is still police headquarters. It's now 1400 Botham Jean Boulevard, though. The case number that's on there, and then the officer ID, those are my initials and my badge number.
State's Exhibit number 358. What do we have here?
So this is just an overall photograph, again, showing, just depicting the individual and what they're wearing. Again, we have them turn around. Again, another overall photograph to depict what they're wearing.
And on the back it says IG at FGC_Banzo blank. You see that?
Yeah, that's what it appears to say.
State's Exhibit 360.
So this is, again, we do, anytime we're photographing people, we do an up-close shot of their face, and that's just for identification purposes.
Do you recognize this individual in the courtroom today?
I believe so.
If you could, if Ms. Hatchett is in seat 1, I'm in seat 2, and so on, can you identify them by what seat and what he's wearing?
5, wearing a tan-colored turtleneck.
May the record reflect that the witnesses identified the defendant in open court.
The record will reflect this fact.
Thank you, Your Honor. Now, this photo, again, was almost 6 years ago, correct?
Correct.
State's Exhibit 361.
If I remember, the best that I can recall, Detective Barnes was asking for pictures of, or photographs of tattoos. Again, I'm just documenting the tattoos.
362.
Same thing, I'm just documenting tattoos because that's what was requested of me.
363.
Again, documenting tattoos on the arms as requested.
364.
The same thing, just documenting the tattoos.
Now, you said at the request of Detective Barnes, when crime scene goes out, and as a crime scene supervisor, do you process only things that you think are relevant, or do you also photograph and process things that are told you might be relevant?
Yes, it's things that we see, and then again, we're working with detectives. Detectives often get information, and they have specific things that they have found out through their point in the investigation, and then that's when they ask us to document different things, such as, like I said, such as jewelry, tattoos, etc.
365.
Just a close up, again, documenting tattoos on the top of the right hand.
366.
Again, just an overall documenting tattoos on the left arm.
367.
A close-up of the tattoos on the left arm.
368.
Again, close-up tattoos on the left arm and the left wrist.
369.
This was, again, just a tattoo that was on the right arm.
370.
Tattoos that are on the left forearm.
371.
Tattoos that were on the upper body.
372.
Just a close-up tattoo. Pictures of the tattoos on the upper chest, body, or upper body, and then you also see the piece of jewelry.
373.
Just a close photograph of the piece of jewelry.
373.
And up-close photographs of tattoos.
375.
This was a photograph of a tattoo on the left leg.
374.
An overall photograph kind of depicting the tattoo, or an overall photograph depicting a tattoo on the left leg.
375.
And then that's a close-up of the tattoo on the left leg.
And then 377.
And that's a close-up of a tattoo, I believe, that's on the right leg.
Okay. I'll pass it to Sharon.
Yes. Sir, you said that when you were taking pictures of the vehicle, that was at Bill Big, which is the Dallas Auto Pound, is that right?
Correct.
And the Dallas Auto Pound, is that like an open facility or is it a locked facility?
That is a secure locked facility.
Okay, meaning you have to have some kind of special authorization to get in?
That is correct.
And so when you're taking pictures, Are you simultaneously looking for items?
Yes and no. What we are doing first, again, when we do photo documentation, after we take photos, then we do start searching as we find things, then we're trying to document things as we go.
Okay, and you said that you look in the glove compartment, right? Is that right?
Yes.
You'll always open the glove compartment is what you said?
Yes, that's the intent.
And then you always open the center console, is that right?
Correct.
And you're taking photographs of what's inside.
Right.
And then you're also like looking maybe on floorboards, is that right?
Yes.
You're looking underneath mats, maybe, is that correct?
Correct.
In this case, did you do any of that?
We searched the car.
And I'm going to pause you just for a moment and say, what I heard you say is we searched the car. Who are the people that searched the car?
So when I went out there, I had a trainee with me, which was Ashley Williams. So I was training her at the time. We met 2 homicide detectives out there.
And who were the 2 homicide detectives that you met out there?
I believe it was Chris Anderson and Detective Anderson and Detective Valdez were there.
When I went into the showroom, there's so many gorgeous wigs to choose from. This is one of several that I tried on, and I've had my eye on it for quite some time. It'll probably be my next wig.
I believe so, to the best of my recollection, yes.
Okay. And during the course of that search with the 4 people, the 2 homicide people and the 2 physical evidence section people, you did not locate a firearm.
That is correct.
Okay. And then you also found a lot of clothing, is that right?
Yes,
And it was kind of strewn all about the car and into the trunk, is that right?
I believe so, yes,
Did
that's
it
fair.
appear to you that that was the first time that whoever stuff that was that, did it look like they had just placed it in the car like that day?
I can't tell you if that's how it was that day. I can only tell you that's how it was when I observed it.
Did it appear to be male items?
I believe there was mail in there.
I'm sorry. Male, like a man's
Oh.
items.
Yes, I believe the clothing was, I mean, I don't have it in front of me, but I remember seeing male clothing in there.
Okay, I mean, you took pictures of male clothing. I mean, it's not a trick question.
Okay.
Right. Okay, so you also collected a large sum of money, is that right?
Yes,
Okay, and you have to take it, because it's money, you have to take it immediately to your property room, is that correct?
yes,
You also appear to have collected a jewelry box of jewelry, is that right?
yes,
Would that be characterized as like something of value that would need to go to the property room right away to be photographed?
yes, that went to the property room that night too.
Okay, and did you laid out all of the money to take pictures of it, and you laid out all of the jewelry to take pictures, correct?
Yes,
Approximately, what was the value? Because I know you have to, just in case, right, for everybody's protection,
right.
you do your best to kind of value the items that come to the property room, is that right?
We don't put values on them. The only thing that would have value is the amount of money that's counted. I cannot, I can't put a value on what the jewelry is worth.
Do you know what kind or brands the jewelry was?
No, I don't, because I'm not an expert in jewelry.
Did you take pictures of it that would have shown if there was a brand written on there?
I don't remember taking pictures of specific brands, no.
Okay, so you don't remember whether or not the watch was a Cartier watch or anything like that?
No, I don't.
Okay, and so then you took photographs of all of the money.
Right.
And how much money ultimately were you able to determine was there?
So we counted a total of $17,960.
Okay, and so that was in cash?
Correct.
And that cash was from the pockets of the pants, is that correct?
Yes.
That was from the inside of the backpack, is that correct?
Yes.
And that was, I guess, some of the loose money that was kind of just strewn about the car?
Yes.
Okay. And so is that a large amount of cash, a small amount of cash?
Relatively speaking, that's a large amount of cash, yes.
Okay. Do you know, and so you just, I guess, collected and put it away?
It's collected and then it was taken to the property room. Again, when we get to the property room, it's counted. and then it's inventoried, we fill out the property tag, and then it's deposited there.
Okay, I mean, I'm sorry, I was ahead in my mind. I was talking about once you got to the property where you were photographing it. Okay, and so ultimately, once you have completed all of your photographs, you've searched the car, you haven't found anything, you take pictures of everything, your role as it related to this vehicle was over?
Yes.
Did you have an occasion to ever come back into contact with this vehicle?
After processing it, I do not believe I had any contact with that vehicle or responded back out there to process that vehicle.
Do you have any information about who owned the vehicle?
I know that when we got there, a search warrant was obtained, so I can't tell you who the car was registered to, no.
Did you review the search warrant?
Yes, I did.
Okay, but you just don't remember off the top of your head is what you're saying?
Well, I don't know who the car was registered to. They wrote a search warrant to search the car.
Okay.
But I don't know who the car is actually registered to.
Is there a responsibility within the police department to identify who a car belongs to so that you can then either get consent to search or present to a judge, this is the person that owns this car, we want to search it?
Crime scene unit does not do that. That is a function of the detective.
Okay, so that would be the responsibility of the detective to make a determination on who the owner of the car is, right?
Yes.
And you just go and take pictures?
Yes, we're there to assist them. We're there to document and potentially collect evidence.
Okay. And then ultimately, sometime after you take pictures of this car, you then respond to police headquarters, is that right?
Yes.
You take additional pictures, is that right?
Yes.
At this point, your role is just to respond and document, is that correct?
Correct.
It is not your job to have an opinion about what is happening, is that correct?
That is correct.
In fact, you're dictated to in terms of these are the pictures we want, this is what we're looking for, and then you follow those orders.
Fair enough.
Is that right?
Fair enough, yes.
And so as it relates to taking pictures of the car and taking pictures at police headquarters, you just responded, as is your job, and took pictures.
Yes.
That's right. I forgot to ask. I don't, on the placard that was a part of your photographs at Bill Big, I didn't see a time stamp on there. What time did you go to Bill Big?
So I got the call to go to Vilbig at about 9:30 on.
I'm so sorry, 9:30 a.m. or p.m.?
It was about 9:39 p.m.
p.m.
That's when I got the notification, and then that's when I arrived there. So I actually got there at 9:39 p.m. On November 11th. I got the call at around 9:23 on November 11th.
Okay, so is Bill Big inside or outside?
The majority of it is outside. There's a big open outside parking lot. There's also a awning, and then there's also a secured building.
Was your search inside or outside?
It was outside.
So you were taking photographs and searching this car at nighttime?
Yes.
Is it well lit?
For the most part, yes.
Okay, you can see clearly.
You can see clearly.
Pictures look very illuminated.
Correct.
Are you using like a flash or something?
To take photographs at night, yes, we do use flashes.
Okay, and are you using flashlights as you're searching for stuff?
Yes.
And so on this day, you were using flashes to take pictures and flashlights to search, is that right?
Yes.
And you would say that you did a thorough search, is that correct?
As best I can remember, when I was out there, the detectives had information that there was money that was in the car and jewelry. That was their main concern that night. We also searched through the entire car looking for various pieces of like fired bullets and gun-related evidence, etc.
Okay, so you did a thorough search of the car.
I would say for the most part, yes.
Okay, and so even though you're aware that a gun was found in that car later, you didn't find it?
I did not find it, no.
Okay.
It was $17,960 in cash that was found.
And that's it?
The other things that were collected were
No, I'm so sorry, sir. I'm talking about the cash only right now.
just the cash.
Yes.
That is the total amount of cash that was found.
Okay, that's your testimony.
Yes, because that's what we had found.
I'll pass the witness at this time.
All right, state,
Nothing further from the state, Your Honor.
may this witness be released?
No objection from the state.
Defense?
No objection, Your Honor.
Thank you. This is released. State, call your next witness.
St. Paul's Seth Rosenberg.
Do you swear that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Can you please state and spell your name for the record?
Seth Rosenberg, Sethrossenberg.
I see you're wearing a Dallas Police uniform. You work for Dallas Police?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you worked with them?
25 years now.
And what is your current title?
Right now, I'm a crime scene detective.
Now, we've heard that there can also be civilian people that work in crime scenes. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
You are a certified police officer with the Dallas Police Department.
Yes, ma'am.
And can you tell the jury about your certifications to be a police officer?
I was in the police academy for 9 months. Then you are in training for 24 weeks. Then you're on little T for 2 months, which means you're riding with a senior officer after your training. And then you're in 4 months after that, you're off probation where you're on your own. I was working patrol.
Thank God I'm starving. Can you recommend a good place to eat, honey?
Oh, absolutely. What are you in the mood for?
Had training for a month, had additional training for 10 weeks with an FTO myself, and then you start answering calls after that when you're on your own.
You said you've been with crime scene for 15 years?
Yes, ma'am.
And the jury's already heard about what you do when you go to a crime scene. So I will ask, were you working on November 16th of 2020?
Yes.
And were you asked to go to 1955 Bellevue Road?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and can you tell the jury what that location is?
That is the Dallas City Pound where all the vehicles get towed to.
And were you asked to take photos that day?
Yes, ma'am.
You want a minute, Coach?
I'm showing you what's been marked as State's Exhibit 502. Do you recognize that?
Yes, ma'am.
What is that?
That's a search warrant.
Okay. And you were asked to take photos of a gold Honda. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And I'm showing you what's been marked as State's Exhibits 378 through 388. And these are photographs that you took. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am, they are.
And do you think this will help the jury in seeing the photos that you took that day?
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, this time State Officer States Exhibit 502 for record purposes only, and 378 through 388 for all purposes.
No objection to the photographs, and then, at this time, no objection. Oh, I apologize, Your Honor. No objection to the photographs at this time, and no objection to the, 502 for record purposes at this time.
Thank you. State Exhibit 502 is admitted for record purposes. State Exhibits 378 through 388 are admitted for all purposes.
Detective Rosenberg, what was the point of you taking photos of the car that day?
The detectives wanted me to try to find some fired bullets or fired bullet fragments in the car door.
Were you able to find any that day?
No, ma'am.
On the screen, this is State Exhibit 378, and this is the placard that you took before you started taking photos?
Yes, ma'am.
And we see that this is for case number 201-916-2020, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And the date was 11/16 of 2020.
Yep. Yes, ma'am.
Looking at State Exhibit 379, what do we see?
I'm getting the overall of the vehicle where we get the license plates so it will match up with the search warrant.
And they've heard from crime scene, is this the overall photos that you take first?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, 380 is just another view of the gold Honda.
Yes, ma'am.
381,
Continuing around.
382,
And finished.
383. What do we see here?
These are the fired bullets that entered the vehicle's door at this time.
384, what do we see?
That is the inside of that door that had the fired bullets in it.
385,
I took photos of just the driver's seat and the center console.
and that's how it was when you opened the car door that day, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
386,
I took the door panel off the door of the driver's door,
what was the purpose for that?
trying to get inside the door to find fired bullets that may have still been left inside.
387, what do we see?
That is the panel to the driver door that I took off.
388,
That is me taking the lining on the inside of that door, moved it to look inside that door to try to find so fired bullet or fired bullet fragments.
and was that the only purpose that you were out there that day?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you search any part of the vehicle at that point?
No, ma'am.
Pass the witness.
Yes, sir. So there were no bullet fragments or fired bullets inside of the door frame, is that correct?
Correct.
There were none inside of the vehicle, like seat.
Correct.
There were no defects on the side of the seat.
Correct.
There were no defects on like the floorboard.
Not that I saw.
Okay, I mean, so much so that you like took the door off and looked inside, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you therefore know those holes that were photographed on the outside of that car by somebody other than you, correct?
Correct.
Do you know when those holes got there? Had you seen that car before the day you took pictures of it?
No, ma'am.
Had you seen it before November 11th?
No, ma'am.
but what you have are holes on the outside of the car, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Which, based on your training and experience, means that they either went all the way through, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Or they stopped once they went through the first part of the door and then maybe fell into the inside of the door.
Yes, ma'am.
But when you went there on November, was it 19th, 16th?
16th.
There was none of that.
Correct.
Okay. And you also, did you go back and research this car at any time after 11/16?
No, ma'am.
Are you aware that there was a third search of this car? Are you aware of that?
No, ma'am.
And are you aware of any of the items that were found on the third search?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And then you just document this and then you're done?
Yes, ma'am.
The items and stuff that were on the driver's side seat, how did those get there?
I do not know.
Okay, are you aware that they weren't there during the first photographs?
I have no clue.
Does somebody utilize or go inside of the vehicle when it's at Bilbig?
Usually an officer will do an inventory search of a vehicle before it goes to the pound. Sometimes we tell them not to. I do not know what happened from the scene to here.
Okay. Are you aware that there were pictures taken at Bilbig when the car first arrived there on November 11th?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And so you know all the debris and stuff that's on the seat, on the driver's side, you don't know how that got there?
No, ma'am.
May I have just a moment, Your Honor?
Yes.
Do you know, who assigned you to go do the second search? Which detective?
I'm not positive.
You're not sure which detective?
No, ma'am.
Did you take the warrant with you?
No, ma'am.
Was there a second warrant that was obtained?
I have no idea.
Who did you meet out there when you went?
Nobody.
Okay. So you just, did somebody call you, send you an email?
What happens is we have vehicle request forms where a detective fills out a form and sends a copy of a warrant with the form, and they send it to our office. So who's ever assigned that day for the pound, we take all the vehicles that we process and go to the pound and process the vehicles that day.
Okay, so you take the warrant and you take the request form?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, on this day, you took the warrant and the request form?
Yes, ma'am.
You just don't know if it was a new warrant, is what you're saying?
That's the only time I've seen a warrant, ma'am.
Okay, and then you don't remember who had filled out the request form?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And so you're the second searcher. Were you aware that it was searched a third time?
No, ma'am.
And you don't know what was recovered on the third search?
No, ma'am.
I'll pass the witness.
State?
Yes, Your Honor. Detective Rosenberg, this wasn't the only involvement for this case, is that correct?
Correct.
And in fact, you were asked to go to 3915 Ramona Avenue,
Yes, ma'am.
and this was done on December 8th of 2020.
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, may I approach?
Yes.
Showing you what's been marked as State's Exhibit 501. Do you recognize this?
Yes, ma'am.
And what is that?
Search warrant.
Okay, and do you know what meaning this house has in this investigation?
No, ma'am.
Do you need to know in order to photograph potential evidence?
No, ma'am.
You just need to make sure that there's a search warrant, is that correct?
Correct.
I'm showing you what's been marked as State's Exhibit 389 through 500. Do you recognize these photographs? Do you
Yes.
recognize?
Yes, I recognize these photos.
And looking at Stakes Exhibit 390, this is that same placard that we are, or same type of placard that we typically see when crime scene starts their photos. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And it says for case number 201916-2020. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you think these photos will help aid the jury in seeing what you collected that day?
Yes, ma'am.
And photographed. Your Honor, at this time, State Officer Stakes Exhibit 501 for record purposes and 390 through 500 for all purposes.
Say that again. Stakes Exhibit what for record purposes?
501.
Can we approach?
Yes. All right, y'all can sit down. We're back on the record. We're outside the presence of the jury, and both sides are present. So the defense has an objection to a particular exhibit?
Yes. So first, the defense filed a motion to suppress the search warrants as it relates to the digital evidence that was collected out of Ramona. We raised certain issues as it relates to attempting to request the court to keep that evidence out because there was no effort to identify who they belong to and all of the things. So in this moment, I would re-urge that motion in its entirety as it relates to the digital evidence of anything that was